Abbas. My buddy Rob used to go live a lot, just testing out stuff. And you know what? As much as I say just go live, I haven't really done it. So, by the way, if we haven't met, I'm Kevin Kolbe, and this is my YouTube channel. And a lot of the things I do on here is just to help you get into and do more with video so you can share your gifts, make an impact in the world. And I'm doing something I haven't done before. I'm actually going live soon with my buddy Scott Ayers from Agora Pulse. And I've never really played with the ReStream Studio. I've used ReStream when I did the broadcast with Ecamm Live. We did a show called Behind the Live for a while. We use the we multicasted on both. Hey, what's up? Now let me see if I can show you in. Oh, there you are. Hey, what's up, friend? How are you doing? So by the way, I just jumped on here to play, so thank you for hopping in. But I've used ReStream before and probably used it more to multicast. Some people will call it, well, we'll just call it multicast. But the idea is that you go to multiple locations. And so years ago, there was a point where I was multicasting to my Facebook page and my YouTube channel at the same time. And I don't do that anymore. I know a lot of people do. I don't. I'm a believer in kind of being a solo to one platform at a time. They're just different. Now, I mean, I have actually used ReStream again to, and I think I did this on StreamYard once to go live to I think I did Periscope and Twitch and Facebook and YouTube all at the same time. But I typically, YouTube is my core platform, but I am playing around with a lot of different platforms. Still have Ecamm. And I use StreamYard. I like StreamYard. StreamYard is very basic. And I've been playing around with BeLive too. And okay, checking out what you're working on today. Well, thank you very much. So this is a very much of a impromptu live, and right now I'm playing with the ReStream Studio, and I was saying a second ago. I mean, I've played with ReStream before and have used it to multicast when I did the show with Ecamm Live called BeLive. We used ReStream, so we would come out of Ecamm and we would go to ReStream and we would use it to go live on Ecamm's channel and mine at the same time. But one of the things I want to do is I want to do more content on the channel about live streaming and some other things, just video in general. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to test out different platforms. So this is the ReStream Studio. First time I've used it. And by the way, I changed up my setup. I want to show you. So I'm going to show you for you guys just joining me. This is, again, totally impromptu, but I'm going to see if I can switch my camera here to this one. Now, I haven't set it up. It's not going to look great. But hello. So that is my Logitech C920 that I've got mounted up on a bookcase. And the reason I did that is so you can get more of a background feel. I'm still looking at my main camera right here. I wonder if I can bring both cameras in. I don't think I can. But right now you can see this mic. I have changed up my system quite a bit. This is now the Canon M50 Mark II. And I'm going to do a video on that. A lot of folks just they're appalled that they didn't change a lot. And they didn't change a lot, but they changed a few things that to me made it worth it. And that is a clean HDMI out. But I've got that mounted back there on it's actually just a pole to my desk. And you're saying you like it, like you like the look of it. That's cool. And then that is the Sigma 16 millimeter lens. So, and then this is the Rode PSA 1, I think, mic arm that I've got my this brand new mic I've just gotten that is the Samsung, not Samsung, Samsung Q2U, and I really, really, really like it. So right now let me switch back to my other camera. But anyway, that's why I did that, just so you could see the difference. Let me get out of that. Really need to change my talking head camera. I'm using a Canon 5D Mark II, and not having autofocus is a bummer. You know, that is a true point about not having. So watch. So if I do that, it'll focus on my hand. And now right now I've got a window over here, and typically I keep the curtain closed. Again, I had put no forethought into this today other than just let's go live. Clean HDMI. I may have to get the new M50. Yeah, you know, it's funny, and I've got a video. I was doing some research for some videos today. I've gotten behind in creating for my channel, and if you're like me, it's like, man, I gotta create some stuff. But I've actually come up with a list of reasons why I think, as I'm going to call it, you should buy the worst camera ever. Because there's a lot of content creators out there that just hate they just hate on Canons and stuff like that. But for me, I love the M50. This is my second one. I actually had two, sold one, and then when the Mark II came out, and I kept reading some things, I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy this, and I found something on it that I haven't seen anybody talk about that to me was just amazing. And that's the fact. And if you've got a camera like this, you'll understand immediately what I'm saying. It has the audio metering on the LED screen. So like with the Canon M50, it has a flip out screen. Some have flip up, some have flip out, some don't flip at all. There's no flipping screen. I would highly recommend never buying one without a flip up screen, because if you use it to vlog or to live stream or something like that, you just don't have it. Now, let me go up to my other camera for a second just to show you something here. So if you notice right here, I'm going to turn it around. So one of the many things I got this, or one of the things I've completely changed my entire layout. I've gone to the MacBook Pro, the one with the M1 chip. So I'm not using my my iMac anymore. So I got this monitor, and it's a ViewSonic. It's a 27-inch monitor. I gotta tell you, I'm blown away. It's sweet. But look at this. So I can rotate it. Where was I going with this? So what it does though is, so like right now, can you see this? So if you can barely see here, I know I can't get it all the way around. This is the ReStream. This is my desktop, but my camera is right here, and I've got the flip out screen right. You might can see it right there. Okay. So when I'm live streaming, let me go back to the camera. When I'm live streaming, I keep that screen out. Now I've been live streaming with a Canon M6 Mark II, which is a great camera. It is a great camera. It'll do 4K, and I was live streaming for quite a while in 4K, and I just decided why tax my my gear that way. I don't shoot in 4K. In fact, a lot of times you're not even watching shows in 4K. In fact, if you live stream to Facebook, I don't know if you knew this or not, but you're capped at 720 unless you're a gamer, of which I'm not. So I've completely changed my setup. Again, I'm a huge M50 fan. I just like the M50. It's easy to use. It's affordable. But again, the clean HDMI out, if you don't know what that means, is now I can actually go out and not have to use a USB cable, which there's nothing wrong with. I'm going through a Cam Link. I also got an inexpensive capture card by WeLink. I think it's like 30 something bucks. So anyway, and that's what I've been playing with. I have so many Canon lenses. I want to keep using them, you know, and that's the thing too. So I've got a bunch that I use. This one that I'm using is the Sigma 16 millimeter lens, which gives you that bokeh, that blurry background. My studio, my office is not that big. And So that's why I love that. There's a 22 millimeter that's really nice. And that's the Canon one that's made for the M series. So it just mounts right on it like this one does. Oh man, but I just got this, I don't remember the name of it. I've got to look it up, but it's like an 11 to 22, and it's a little wide angle lens. And I shot a video with it the other day for Be Live, and it was so nice. Now, look, I know I'm talking about these other ones using ReStream, but hey, ReStream ain't paying me, so you know what I mean. No, seriously, I always want to be transparent with what I use. I love Ecamm. I love StreamYard. I'm digging Be Live. And this is my first experience in the ReStream Studio, so I'm still trying to figure some of it out. Random question. I always love random questions. While it's on my mind, is the gaming chair super comfortable? I'm thinking there are since gamers play for days. You know, it is. I had a cloth chair. It's actually a great question. I had a cloth chair for quite a while that I loved. It was very comfortable, but it got to be one of those things where you turn it and be like, you know, and it pop, which is never good when you're doing audio. So I found this. Look, here it is. Ready? There you go. I'll model it. Da, da, da. Wait a minute. We're doing the turnaround. I actually got this at Staples. Staples or Office Depot. I always get the two confused. It was one of them. It was either, I know it wasn't, it was either Office or was it Office Max? I don't know. It was one of those office places. And it was on sale, and I got a good deal. And yeah, it is so comfortable. It is absolutely so comfortable because I do end up sitting sometimes too long and I don't take breaks. So for this one, yeah, I can definitely say that. So I'm still trying to figure out a little bit about the ReStream Studio. I know I can put I don't think I can show my screen. So that is one of the things I love about the Ecamm setup is that you can do is called live demo. And so I can actually go into it and show you my whole screen of what I see right now. And I don't know that I can do that. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. A lot of controls here. Share screen. Wait a minute. Maybe I can. No, I can't. Well, wait a minute. Or can I? Let's see. Unable to screen sharing not allowed. Again, I just got this new MacBook and I don't have all the permissions set up on it. So play local video settings. So I'm still trying to kind of figure this out. I can add graphics. So like the graphics you see around me right there. Let me see. I can change the backgrounds. That's kind of nice. Bunch of different background. Ooh, I kind of like that. And you can upload your own backgrounds. So these all come and guys, I'm on the free plan of ReStream right now. And I'm not really sure. I'm going to go back to this. I like this one. I'm not really sure. Let's go to chat. I'm not really sure what. So most of the plans have free options. There or trial periods. Like you can do a trial period with Ecamm. StreamYard has a free option. It's limited. Be Live has a free option. It's limited. ReStream has a free option. It's limited. So sometimes they limit you on how many times you can go live, destinations, quality. So right now, I believe I am live streaming, and even though my camera is set for 1080p, I think I'm capped at 720. So my question to anybody watching this, whether you're watching this live or you watch the replay later, how does it look and how does it sound? Because again, this is a brand new mic. This is the Samson SAMSON Q2U, I believe is it. And it reminds me a lot, just by the look of it, of the Audio-Technica ATR 2100, which I still have. Actually loaned one to a friend of mine who was needing a better one. But I've got this hanging on a, this is just an inexpensive little shock mount I bought off of off of Amazon. And then the arm is the Rode PSA-1, which just goes to show you can mix and match things. There are inexpensive boom arms out there, but the issue with a lot of the boom arms that are just cheap is they don't hold as well. They squeak. Now I did buy the blue, what's it called? Or is it just called Blue? The boom arm that Blue makes for Blue Yeti. And I didn't like it. It kept like lifting up as you go. So that one is not as good. So sound is good. I'm watching in 720p. Okay, well that's good. So you're watching it at the resolution it's sending out. And you're saying not as clear as 1080, however, it sounds good. Okay, well that's good to know. That's good to know. And you said watching on the MacBook Pro. Okay, that's good to know. So hang on. She's also saying you were going to ask about the background. You're a mind reader. You mean just kind of what? So this is all real. I am not a fan of green screen at all. In fact, something I would always, something I tell my clients, something I would say is avoid green screen at all time. Because here's the thing, most of the time it doesn't look real. And if you get into an issue with where it keys, because it's what it's doing is it's putting a background in, so the computer just it can take out the green and put something there. But depending on the light and stuff like that, it may just not look that good. Oh, you meant the border. Okay, never mind. But this is all real, just in case you're saying. Now, a friend of mine pointed out that there's a little hot spot right there that's coming from this light right here. Let me go back to this setting right here. So it's kind of hard to see, but there's a light right there that I have a remote for. In fact, if I turn it off from here, you can see it. But I only have the one light. I'm going to go back to my main camera right now. I only have the one light on. It comes with two. It's a Viltrox set. It's not, they're good lights. I had the Elgato key lights that I loved, but I had to take back because they wouldn't fit my desk anymore. I got this new desk. It was a gift, and they wouldn't fit, so I had to take them back. So only time I've ever cried taking something back from Amazon. But these are really nice. They're Viltrox lights. They're the LED lights. They come with the remote that you can dial in temperature. See if it'll lock on that. Probably not. You can dial in temperature. You can dial in brightness. This is at 20%. There's two of them. You get the light stands, the remote, the bag that it comes in, and I think it's under $200, and that ain't bad. But they're really nice. I've got one set up right here. Typically what I've been doing is sometimes I'll put, I've got another light in the background. You can see it right there. It's called Aukey, I believe is the name of it. And those are really nice. You can touch them, and there's 3 levels, and they can go different colors. So a lot of times when I'm live streaming, I just have that set back there to probably the lowest brightness level, and then I just have it rotate through the colors, and it just kind of adds a little ambience in the background. Yeah, I know your background is real. That is right. It is real. I like real. You cannot fit that on your desk. Well, so that's a good point, is that they've got, what is the Keylight Air, I think it is, and they come with the big stands. You can put them on your desk, and that's true, but let me, I'm going to go back to here. So if you notice, the desk is not huge, but it's a good sized desk, right? I mean, it's a decent size. I don't like a ton of stuff on my desk. I just don't. And I'm still getting used to this whole setup, because with this monitor, I've got the MacBook Pro right under it. I've got this CalDigit sitting right over here. If you can see my hand, I'll touch it here, like this. And that's kind of what the hub now is for the MacBook Pro. Then I've got the ARM and stuff like that. So, you know, I just don't like a ton of stuff on here. And even these little speakers are, they're called Creative Pebbles or something like that. They're very small. So, you know, I've actually turned this into a whole behind the scenes of my desk, but that's okay because I love it when anybody wants to find out more. And I love to, I'm a sucker for behind the scenes studio setups. I love them. I get sucked into those. So I like to see what people are doing. So, so yeah, I'm a big fan. Now, I assume you mean of behind the scenes. If you didn't, you meant of me. Thank you. But I don't want to be cocky and assume that. But I like to see what people's setups are. So you're saying desktop service is clear. I have 2 laptops, 3 monitors, and the Elgato. Dang, that is a lot. But you know what? I tell you, here's the thing. If you've got the space for it, who cares? That's fine. I just bought, in fact, it's in the box right back. You can see it on the floor. The Mount Dog softbox kit that I want to play with. I know it sounds like I buy a lot of stuff, but I also sell a lot of stuff, and I look for deals. So I've mentioned this before that, you know, if you're looking to you know, upgrade a camera, even though I'm a big fan of, even though I have a lot of cameras, using what you've got. But if you're looking to change cameras or you're looking to it, don't hesitate buying refurbished and new. I've actually found a couple of sites that are really cool. Now this one, the again, what I'm using right now is the M50 Mark II, because it's got a clean HDMI out, and it's sweet. I just like it. And I bought this one brand new off Amazon. Or did I buy it B&H? I think it was Amazon. And but no. I bought this for a company called Tri-State Camera. And you know what? I would put it up there, but I don't know that again, I'm using the ReStream Studios. First time I've ever used it. I don't know how to type on the fly. Maybe I can. Oh, wait a minute. So Tri-State Camera. Oh, look at that. I can do that. Okay. So this is a site that I found last year, and the guys are really cool. There, if you check them out, and there's, I'm not an affiliate. I don't even think they do affiliations, but they're good guys. Now their site, somebody said it reminded them of Tiger Direct, and that's not a knock on them. It's just, it's a really kind of outdated website, but their prices are good. When I bought my Canon M6 Mark II, and my buddy Owen Hemsmith, who goes by Owen Video, he did the same thing and bought an amazing deal. I got a deal there. I bought it at $200 off, where I could find it anywhere else, brand new. Now, it didn't have a lens. That's another way you can save money. So when you're looking to buy gear, like who was it a second ago said they wanted to use all their Canon lenses, you can save a ton of money buying refurbished. You can save a ton of money buying someplace off brand, places like this Tri-State Camera. And if you don't need the lens, don't buy the lens. I don't have a problem with kit lenses. I think kit lenses get a bad rap sometimes. And, you know, the kit lens that comes with a lot of the Canon M50s, hang on, is the 15 to 45 millimeter lens. There's a lot of creators, a lot of people I love and respect that knock it. You don't want a kit lens. Nothing wrong with a kit lens. I've shot a lot of client work with a kit lens. Most of the time, the clients don't care, as long as, you know, they get what they need. Maybe you can over deliver, affordable, but you can save a lot of money. So I ended up getting the Canon M6 Mark II body only for $200 less. Tri-State Camera. Check them out. What do you think about the 6D Mark II? I think it's a good camera. I don't know a lot about it. I haven't used it. You know, my feeling is I think you use what you like. So the one thing I do like about the Canons is they've come out with, and I know there's probably other brands that do this. You know, they've come out with the EOS web utility, and it was beta for a while. Now it's not. It's on Mac. I'm on a Mac, and they also have it for Windows. But what's great about that is it's free it's free app you download, and it can turn almost any Canon camera into a webcam using a USB cable. Now, is it going to be as phenomenal looking as maybe going through an HDMI through a capture card? No, but it still looks good. It still looks good. I mean, heck, FaceTime camera, the one that's built into your laptop, is the worst camera in terms of quality. But if it's all you got, use it. Use it. Yeah, you're saying I like the look of full frame. Yeah, it is. I gotta admit, it is true. But here's the one thing that I would offer is that I think more creators get hung up on full frame and everything. And look, and I agree. I mean, when you look at like full size 4K on a 4K monitor, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Be careful though. A lot of people are pushing 8K out there. I saw a commercial for it the other day for the new was it the new Samsung phone? 8K video, and it's like, yeah, but you can't see it anywhere. So you're going to pay extra to get something that you can't really enjoy, except maybe on your monitor when you're editing. So, I find that most of the time for what I do, 1080p is fine. It's just absolutely fine. File sizes are smaller, and especially if you're live streaming. So like, again, I'm playing right now with the ReStream Live Studio. Again, this is my absolute first test drive. So thank you for watching the test drive and playing along with me. But, it's capping me at 720p because it's the free plan. I wouldn't let that stop you. What you're saying, you buy a lot of stuff, I swear you're my reader. Well, it's as I was saying that, it sounds like I do, but in reality, there's things I've bought that, man, I wish I'd held off on. I hadn't bought that, but I'm actually trying to figure out how much stuff do I really need, because this setup is I would say fairly simple. There's my Canon. In fact, I'll tell you what. Let me go back to this. If you want to see it, I'll show you this. And this is honestly why I set this up. To just give you behind the scenes. This is a very simple setup. I mean, you've got your MacBook Pro right here. There's the monitor. There's my Canon M50 Mark II on a pole that I think the pole was like 20 bucks. It's got a little ball head that it's sitting on. It comes out into a cam link, which is over here going into this. There's one light and the mic with the stand. I mean, that's a pretty simple setup. I don't know how much it all costs. I mean, I'm sure there's far more money on the camera than anything else. Lens is about 300 maybe. But this mic, which I think a couple of you guys said it sounded really nice, is I think it was like 60 something bucks. Sorry. Like 60 something bucks on Amazon. And it's an XLR and a USB mic. I'm using it as USB, but if I wanted to use it as an XLR, I could take it in to a soundboard or a mixer. It comes with both cables, and it actually came with a little mic stand and a clip, which the ones that come with the Audio Technica are a little cheaper. This one felt okay. I actually was using it the other day on the desk, but can you tell I use my hands a lot and I move around, and so I just decided to go ahead and mount it on this that I had that. I'm going to change the background again. I think it's getting too orange for me. Whoops. Where are we going? Ooh, I like that. Crop in, not zoom with 4K. Yeah. I knew what you meant. Is that and if some of you don't understand that, it's like when, like on some of the Canon cameras, like the Canon M50, when you go to 4K, it crops it in, and you've probably seen the examples where they'll do that. So that's just something you've got to remember. Now, again, the downside on the Canon M50, And the M50 Mark II is that there's no autofocus tracking in when you shoot in 4K. So right now I'd have to go to what's called contrast focusing, and that can be very tricky. Right now you can't see my screen, but I've got the facial tracking, and again, it's so good. It's gonna, back in the TV movie days, that's called a rack focus. Well, this is very nice. Your work is great. So I appreciate that. That means a ton to me. I really appreciate that. And oh, no problem. No problem. So, I love to test out gear and play with gear, and that's one of the things. I don't make resolutions because I never keep them. But I do make goals. And one of the things I want to do more is try more and test more and share more things that how I'm doing. In fact, there's a video that I want to do if the community would like to see it. I think it would be of value, and I think it's how to get more shots in a small space. So my home office studio is it's about 11 by 13, only because I had to measure it, put a floor down. And I think I was counting up the other day that I can get 6 or 7 different shot setups in here. Now, some of them are variations. So like right now, this is 1, but if I turn the camera over here, shoot back this way, that's 2. Sitting back in this chair, that's 3. Actually, I didn't even think about this one. But the whole point of that is to show you and encourage you that, this is not a big space, but you can do a lot with it by just moving the camera and relighting and stuff like that. So I think that would be good. Where am I from? I'm in North Carolina, which is in the States. Somebody saying it's a huge office space. Well, keep in mind, it's also my office. So I shoot out of here. Like right now I've got, in fact, I'll go back to this. I don't know if you can see it over here, but I can get out of the way. But right there, I've got my my other M50 set up because I was doing a photo shoot the other day. So, and there's my gear closet over in there. This was a bedroom at one point, and we just changed it over. So this is where I do client calls and set up and just work and stuff like that. So like a good chunk of today was just doing research for other videos. All right, you're saying yes, do a video about that space. So I'll do that. I'll work on that because I do think it is cool. Again, I'm a sucker for how people set up their workspaces and how they shoot and do things like that. So that's why I like to do that. Again, if it helps you do things, because again, it was a long time. I had a Canon EOS R on order, used. Canon refurbished is another great resource. And again, I know there's some look. I know there's Canon haters out there. That's fine. That's fine. I don't have anything against the other brands. I'm just so used to Canon. I use Canon. My very first Canon, which is on the shelf back there, was an AE1, which is a film camera. So I've just always started with Canon. Are they perfect cameras? No. There is no perfect camera. There are good cameras and really good cameras and sucky cameras, but there is no perfect camera. So don't buy into that. If you've got one of these, I don't know if you've heard of these, they're called phones. The cameras in these are amazing. I wouldn't hesitate at all. In fact, I've used my my iPhone for client work. There's a silversmith that I produce her online courses, and we shoot a good chunk of her online course with my iPhone. Now, the joke sometimes is because if something happens, I'd rather destroy my phone than my camera. But heck, half the time these iPhones are more expensive than the cameras. Can I get an amen? So, feel free, like you need my permission. Do what you want to do. But use what you've got and just kind of grow into what you need. I know it's easy to say, I need a better camera, I need stuff like that. You know, there's some core lenses I have, like this 16 millimeter. The 22 millimeter is really nice. I like the 10 to 18, but this one I bought the other day, it's I can't even remember the brand of it. It was an off brand I've never heard of before. Very good price. It's an 11 by 22, slightly wide angle, not fisheye, slightly wide angle. And I gotta tell you, I love it. It's a low f-stop, low aperture, which means you can get more light in, and it's just fast too. Again, you know, if you're putting this up, and it should be focusing fast. Now, a lot of that'll, your light will affect that too. So, but anyway, so again, this was all just kind of testing the ReStream Live Studio. It's different. I hadn't used it before. Now I have. So I guess I need to go do some cheesy thumbnail going or whatever. But for those of you guys that jumped in here and kept me company, I appreciate that. And again, this whole channel is about just helping you do more with video so you can share your gifts and make an impact in the world. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead. You'll do my heart good. Subscribe and like it. And feel free to always stop in and say, hey, on any of the videos, on the community tab, let me know what you guys are looking for, and I would love that. So now I'm going to try and end this thing. But here's the test. Be looking for other tests. I'm going to be test driving BeLive as well. I do StreamYard and Ecamm, but those are the ones I haven't tried. And I really think those are the ones out there. I don't mess with OBS. I don't think anything should be that hard. So anyway, you have a great today.